What's the deal, my people? You know it is Don Tony Teflon, and I'm back with another Dexter Season 1 of Resurrection video. In this video, I'm going to break down all of the episode titles and tell you what I think they mean and how it may affect the story. If you're into Dexter and videos like this, make sure you subscribe, and when you do so and watch this video, hit that like button. It really helps get this video out to the algorithm. Share it around and we'll get it all popping, you know what I'm saying? All right, let's get right into this. Dexter Resurrection episode 1 is titled A Beating Heart. Now, obviously, I believe that we're talking about Dexter coming back. His heart is still beating, and that is what this episode title means. That's what's going to go on. We all thought that Dexter was dead after Harrison took him out, but we are realizing now that he is not dead, and he's really around, and that is what a beating heart means to me. Episode 2 is titled Camera Shy. I think that we're going to see Dexter make his way to New York City in the first episode, and then he's going to wind up there and realize that even though it's such a big city, this is a surveillance city. Many people who haven't been to New York don't understand that you are under surveillance every step of the way. It is hard to go anywhere in New York City without being spotted by a camera, and I think this is when we're going to see Dexter don the hoodie and the sunglasses persona that we have seen in the trailer. Episode 3 is titled Backseat Driver. So I think that this is going to have to do the dark passenger. I think that it's going to be crazy because this is what he calls himself, the dark passenger, right? That's what rides with him, his bad side. And then we're going to find out all about the dark passenger in New York City, how many people he's killed, how he's going about it. And I think maybe in every episode from now all the way till the end, until this person is actually caught, we might see him take somebody out over and over again, and then get little hints and clues to who this person is. In my last video, I told you exactly who I think this person is. Go back there, watch that video. If you want to know that information, just go check that video out. But I'm sticking 100% to it. I do believe that this is the person. I don't see how it could be any other way. I'm not going with the Harrison situation that people are saying. I think that's too easy, and I don't think Harrison is built like that at this particular time to be the dark passenger. Episode 4 is titled Call Me Red. Now, there is a character in this show that is portraying someone named Red, so it could be the introduction to this character. It does say that this person is only in one episode. It could mean that he meets this person, finds out something about him, and decides that he has to take this person out, and he does kill them at this particular time. Or it could be that's what Dexter is telling people, oh, just call me Red, because he doesn't want to give his name right off the back. So I think it could go either way with that whole situation, but you tell me in the comment section, how do you think this episode is going to play out? Just call me Red. All right, next episode up is episode 5, and it's called Murder Horny. So I think that could tie into the Just Call Me Red situation. He might take out this person named Red in episode 4, and then he gets horny for more murder. Or he feels like he's about to do it and he didn't go through with it, and now he's just jonesing and he can't not stop thinking about going out there and taking somebody out. I like this tone of Dexter. I really hope they go back to the old, at least the feeling of season 1, 2, and 3 of the original show. That's what I'm looking for more than anything else, just to have that old Dexter feeling back. But I think that that's really, you can't really go anywhere else with it unless you want to say that at this particular time he has already met the other serial killer Suicide Squad members, and you know he's into one of them, and he's horny to be with one of these chicks. We've seen his sexuality, grow, especially, from the beginning, who he was, you know what I mean? And then he got opened up by Rita and all the other girls in the show. And even in the last show, when we seen him with Angela, he was all about it. So it could be a situation like that he meets one of these serial killers and he is taken with him and he wants to do something with them. But I don't think that he's going to see them that soon. And that brings me up to episode 6, titled Cats and Mouse. And I think that this will be the episode where he meets all of the serial killer Suicide Squad. I think this is when he's going to go down there to the house, accept the invitation, get the money, of course. I think that's how they're going to lure him in, with the money. And then he's going to go down there and he's going to run into all these people. And of course, they are the cats and all the victims are the mice, right? And everything else. Where it says cat and mouse, this one mouse, it says, which could mean something else. You put that in the comment section and let me know why you think they just use mouse in that whole situation, cats and mouse. But I think that this is most likely where he's going to meet all the other members of the serial killer Suicide Squad, as I deemed them. Episode 7 is course correction. Now, this could be taken a couple of different ways. It could be he's slipping from the code already because he's taken out somebody and called me red. He's taking that person out and he's slipping, and probably taking out somebody else, and he's not following the code, so he has to get back on course and get back to doing what is going on. Maybe this is when we get all the flashbacks from people and stuff that, we know that Dokes is going to be in it and a whole bunch of other people. So maybe that this is where it's going on, and he has to get everything right back on track. Obviously, it's going to be other meetings, because other things are going to be going on. But I'm just giving you my quick, simple take on this whole situation. Episode 8, the kill room where it happened. So this means to me that he has everything set up perfectly. He has the kill room set up the way it's supposed to be, so he doesn't get caught. Everything is going to be all wrapped up and done. Now, we also have seen Harrison take somebody out in the trailer, it seems like. So it could be a situation where Harrison has something to do with this. But it seems like he's got everything on track. He's doing the right thing from the course correction. And now he's got his kill room all back up and going the way it's supposed to be going, because maybe his first couple of kills in there he doesn't use the kill room and he gets a little sloppy, and that's why we have to go have the episode 7 course correction situation. Episode 9, it says touched by an angel. Now this obviously to me has to be talking about Batista, right? Touched by an angel. Now what happens here? Is he touched physically, like arrested, handcuffed, bagged up by Angel? Is that what they're trying to say is going on here? Angel is the one who touches him. I think it would be poetic if Angel did make the arrest, but I think that Angel has to get taken out. I don't think that Angel can bring him back. Now, we know there's going to be a season 2, and I do not suspect a second season dealing with trials, all right? This is not Law and Order. I don't want to see that shit, all right? I want to see Dexter doing the Dexter stuff, all right? I don't want to see nothing else. So I can't see him being taken out like that. I can't see him being killed and stuff. So I'm not going to go with that whole situation, but I think he will maybe get bagged up by Angel, and then Angel's going to get killed. Now, whether it's one of the other serial killers that kill him or Harrison that kills him, it's going to be something where Angel gets taken out in the end. And I can't see it going down any other way. You let me know in the comment section if you think that there's any other possibility that could mean this. I mean, you also touched by an angel. You could say that it's some girl who was very nice to him or someone, and she touched him. But the fact that we know Angel Batista is there, I think it's pretty obvious to me that this is what's going on there. And most likely Angel's going to catch up with him, and that's what it's going to be. He's going to get bagged up. Even though I don't know how they have any evidence for him being the Bay Harbor Butcher. I don't see any evidence there. We know that Dokes has already been framed for that stuff. So I don't know how he could put it all together and have physical evidence that he is the Bay Harbor Butcher, even though we did see him jump out and flee, and it makes himself look dirty. But still, I don't see any evidence that they have brought up, unless they're going to show something that he was sloppy with that says that he was the Bay Harbor Butcher. Episode 10. The last episode of the season, it says, and justice for all. All right, so, and justice for all. Now, could it mean justice for all the victims that he's killed, all the families that he's hurt? They're finally going to get justice because he's finally going to be taken out. I do not believe that happens. I know the previous episode, Touched by Angel, does make you believe that he is going to be captured by Angel Batista. But I think and justice for all is meaning he is killing everybody that's left in the serial killer Suicide Squad. And Peter Dinklage goes down also in this whole situation. I'll tell you, anytime you ever see, and I'm telling you, remember the Don said this, anytime you ever see somebody who covered something inside of a show, that's what usually gets that person killed. Peter Dinklage is around serial killers. He respects them. He worships them. He likes to take care of them. He is going to be killed by the serial killer. That's what's going to happen. And not only did he bring in the worst of the worst, and why these serial killers would even want this guy around them, you would think they say, wait a second, the Bay Harbor Butcher, he's killing people like us. Why are you bringing this guy around? If that's his MO, and that's the MO that everyone knows about him, right? Because they all, in his mind, he's got the whole justice and vigilante and people cheering for him and everything else. If that's what he's known for, I don't know why they would want him around in the first place. Why would you want to bring around somebody who kills people like you? It just doesn't make sense. How do you think that's not going to backfire for you? Unless Dexter at one point in this show, and I was wondering, let me know what you think, is he going to try to convince Angel that he does the right thing? That everything that he did, he was taught by his father, and he's doing this to take criminals out. But, in the end, even if he was on board with that, Angel, he can't be on board with LaGuardia dying, can't be on board with Dokes getting taken out, can't be on board with Deb being taken out. Those things, I think, Dexter can't explain away. Even if he got Batista on board with the whole mission that he's doing, I don't think he can get away with explaining those things. So I think eventually he'll get bagged. Just because of that alone, there'll be no way for him to get out of this whole situation. So those are all the episode titles. In the comment section, you let me know what you think about them and what you think is going to happen this season for Dexter Resurrection. I will be here all season long, dropping videos before. I will have theories. I will have anything that drops as good information. You will find it all right here on Teflon TV. So do me a favor, subscribe, click that bell so you can be notified every time I drop a new video. And until next time, you know who it is. Peace and stay sexy.